The Detroit Lions are bringing back a familiar face, and that is Teddy Bridgewater, the former quarterback of the Detroit Lions, who retired to coach his high school team to a state championship. Now he's ready to get back into the NFL, and the Lions did not waste any time. They signed Teddy Bridgewater to now back up the backup, essentially. Now they have three quarterbacks. They have Jake Fromm as well. But now with the new quarterback rule and how the NFL changed, basically allowing teams to have an extra quarterback for the playoffs. I mean, we saw Christian McCaffrey be the quarterback of the 49ers in the playoffs. So never say never. You never know when you're going to need a quarterback. And they signed Teddy, who has a ton of experience in the NFL. Obviously, he's familiar with Dan Campbell, going all the way back to the Saints, same with AG, but he's just a good person. He's a great guy. He's a guy you want to keep in the locker room. And he's good to have around guys like Hendon Hooker even. I mean, Dan mentioned it today in his press conference that he's helped Jared Goff. So here's a clip of Dan Campbell speaking about Teddy Bridgewater and the signing, kind of what to expect. Let's hear from Dan Campbell.
Questions?
Start off Teddy Bridgewater news. You guys are re-adding him. Just the thought process behind that, I guess, and how long has it been in the works?
I've been in contact with Teddy for a while, and it was something that was always potentially a possibility. And we all know what Teddy's been doing down there and giving back to his community. And they won a championship down there, so his debut as coaching worked out pretty dang good. But just, to be able to add somebody back here that's got experience, he's staying in shape, he's been throwing, just get him work back in here a little bit. It just brings a level of professionalism, veteran presence, somebody that's great for our team. He's great for the position. Doesn't mean we're disappointed in Hooker. That's not what this means. It just means this gives this guy somebody that's played a lot in the NFL. We're getting ready for the playoffs, and so it'll be good to get him back in the fold with us.
Okay, so Dan spoke about it, talked about the addition, and he added in there, which I think is the biggest point. What does this mean for Hendon Hooker, right? This is someone that they drafted, Brad Holmes, who I'm a huge fan of as well, and they've developed. He's gotten to back up Jared Goff. He's now been around, healthy, throwing the football, practicing. But one thing you cannot teach is experience. That is one thing that you cannot just teach. It happens. It comes with playing. It comes with seeing a lot of things. And Teddy Bridgewater, there's no, you can't take away his experience. Okay, that's one thing you cannot debate when you're discussing Teddy Bridgewater or Hendon Hooker. It's not about who's the better player right now, but in a playoff situation where you need a quarterback to step in, it's obvious now, Dan and Brad feel they need some veteran experience in that quarterback room. What I want to make very clear is it does not mean that if Jared were to go down, God forbid, that Teddy would immediately step in, right? You never know. It could still be Hendon Hooker that backs up Jared Goff, and he's quarterback 2, and he plays. But it's nice to have Teddy as a quarterback 3. Not too many teams have 3 quarterbacks they're comfortable throwing out there. And obviously none of these guys are Jared Goff. You hope he never goes down. I know with all these injuries, you kind of forget that it's actually possible that you could have a quarterback injury, and that would be devastating. That is the most devastating injury, and no one could replace Goff. But it does help when you have another guy that when he's not on the field playing, he could still have a positive effect on the team, for the team, in the locker room. And he's someone that everyone kind of loves. So I love this signing. I love bringing back Teddy. I don't think it means anything, and Dan already kind of confirmed that. But for Hendon Hooker, should you be concerned with his development? No, I don't think that's the case. Okay, I think this isn't anything to panic about with Hendon Hooker. But what it is you're adding quarterback depth. But what do you guys think of the Lions bringing back Teddy Bridgewater into the mix now? I mean, give this man a Super Bowl. I have no problem with it at all. And he's good. He's good depth. He's good experience. He's seen a lot. And he's kind of an extension of the coaching staff. So I have no issue with it whatsoever. And for being real here, he's probably better than Jake Fromm at this point, even at his age. I mean, he's still, like Dan said, working out. He's throwing the football. I love this move. I really do. Comment down below. What do you think it means for Hendon Hooker, if anything? And don't forget, we're live tonight, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., so I will catch you guys then. Hey, what's going on there? It's Jeff Iafrate. Appreciate you for finishing the video. You can check out one of the videos here suggested or show support by commenting, liking, and subscribing. And buy your merchandise, officialctsports.com.